Welcome back, friends. In this video I'm going to show you how to design your Visualforce pages using Custom Controller. In our other video series, Salesforce Epics Coding and Visualforce Designing, we use Standard Controller to design our Visualforce pages. But now let us see how to use Custom Controller to design Visualforce pages. So let me quickly go ahead and create a Visualforce page. So in the address bar next to .com, I will add apex / a page name. So I will keep the page name as custom con, C-O-N. Yep. And now I'm pressing enter right now. Alright, there is no Visualforce page available with that name, so it is asking me to create a new page. Alright, I've created a new page now. There you go, we have our code editor. Let me remove this dummy stuff which is there inside this page, Apex page tag. And now in our other video series, we used to select Standard Controller and Object as Account. So the Standard Controller attribute was for Standard Controller. But if you are designing Visualforce pages using Custom Controller, then you just have to enter the attribute as Controller. That is all. And you can name this attribute as anything you like because it is completely optional. So I will enter C Controller. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on save. Alright, as you can see, as soon as I clicked on save, it gave me two options: create Apex class public with sharing, or create Apex class over there. So the first one runs in user mode, second one runs in system mode. So I need to click on the second one. Alright, so as soon as I clicked on that second option, it has created my custom controller class automatically. Alright, so now here in this page, Apex page tag, I will add Apex form tag because whatever the values we are going to input should come under Apex form tag. Alright, so under Apex form, I will go ahead and add Apex page block. Alright, and now we'll go ahead and add Apex input field. In our other video series, you might have seen this input field most often, but this input field actually inherits the data type and the standard field from Standard Controller. But if you want to define a text field or input field right from the scratch without inheriting any value, then you have to use Apex input text field. So that is what I'm going to select right now. And we can add value to it in opening closing curly brace account.name. So we have not defined any property or method yet in our class, but let us see. I have just entered this value and I'm now going to go ahead and save this. Alright, as soon as I clicked on save, it is giving me two options right now, either to create a property or a method. So I'll go ahead and click on the second one, method. This is the beauty of Salesforce Epics Coding. It gives you suggestions on what to do next. Alright, so it has created a method automatically when I clicked on that second option. So in this class, we will go ahead and create a constructor as well. So constructor is also a method. It should have exact same name that you have for your class. Alright, so as it is a method, so I will use opening closing bracket and then opening closing curly braces. Alright, so now in this class I will also go ahead and define a public variable for account, that is ACC. Alright, and I will go ahead and add a SOQL query for this account under our constructor. ACC equals to select ID name phone from account, where ID equals to colon. And here's something interesting I'm gonna write. I want to display the account details based on the account ID. So for that, I'll go ahead and add a command, apex pages dot current page dot get parameters dot get ID Alright, so I want to display account details on our current page based on the ID. Okay. And now in our get account method, I'll just go ahead and remove the string and add account, because we are going to call the values from account object, and we are going to return ACC because we are going to return account. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and save this, but as you can see, it is still it still has Visualforce error. The reason is because it is only going to display the details of the account if account ID is reflecting on our current page. Alright, so let's go ahead and get an account ID and see how this works. Alright, I have opened account tab. Let's take this first account as example, and I have ID at the top in the address bar. So I have just copied it, and now I'm pasting it in our Visualforce page. Alright, as you can see here, as soon as I entered the account ID, it is displaying the name of the account now without any error. So similarly, we can add other fields as well, like we can add phone, and then when you save the record, it will display phone field with the information of phone number filled in already. Okay, so as you can see, phone number is exactly same reflecting on our Visualforce page. So this is the way we can call the values on our current page using this apex pages dot current page. Alright, and now I'm going to show you something very interesting. For example, and now we will go ahead and add a command button there. So for that, I have entered apex command button value, update account, and then action, opening closing curly brackets, and then exclamation save. I'll just go ahead and save it. Okay, it is asking me to create a method, but I think I should keep save as value, so I'll just go ahead and change it right now, saving it again. Alright, it is asking me to save this, to create a method for save. So basically in custom controller you have to define all the methods manually. So we have public page reference save. Alright, so we have our save method created here right now. So let's go ahead and add update account value to it. So ACC is the variable for account, so just make sure that we're adding that. And now I'm going to go ahead and save it. And now if I go ahead and edit information on our Visualforce page, like for example, I will just go ahead and change this phone number here right now to 000 at the end, and then I'm clicking on save. So this time it should update this new number on account. Alright, I'll just go ahead and refresh this right now. As you can see here, phone number, the updated phone number is reflecting on this account. So this is the power of custom controller. You can define a method of your own and customize it as per your convenience. So on our Visualforce page, if you have observed, when I entered ID, I also included, right next to our page, a question mark, ID equals to, and then I entered the ID. So just remember that and keep in mind that this is how ID should be entered over there. And now we will go ahead and add a condition. For example, if you don't want to display the account information on your Visualforce page using ID, then you can define it in this way as well. You can add a data type ID equals to this Apex pages current page.get parameters. So you can just copy it and paste it here. And ID is a variable for that. So I'll just include ID in our SOQL query. So under constructor, I will go ahead and add if condition. So if ID equals to null. That means that if there is no account reflecting on our Visualforce page based on ID, then I need to go ahead and create a new account. That is what I mean. So for that, we have to use ACC. Let me just scroll it down a bit. And now we can just go ahead and enter ACC equals to new account. So here in this condition, what I'm saying is that if there is no account reflecting with the ID, and if ID is equals to null, then create a new account. Else, display the account information based on the ID, which I have just mentioned in this SOQL query. As simple as that. And now let me go ahead and save our class right now and see what happens. Alright, so let me go ahead and remove this ID and then save it. Everything is blank, and now I will go ahead and try to enter new information, and then I will go ahead and try to save the record and see if it is allowing me to create a new account or not. Alright, I'll go ahead and click on save. Okay, it is giving me Visualforce error. The reason for that is because if you have observed, our public page reference save still has update method reflecting over there. So the save button is still designed or defined to update the records. So I will replace it with upsert, and now I'm going to go ahead and save it. So upsert is a combination of update and insert. So this time when I enter new information over there in those fields and then click on save, it should allow me to create a new record or insert a new record. I've clicked on save right now, and now let me see. Alright, so as you can see, Giant Corp new account is reflecting with the phone number and account name which I have entered. So this is the power of custom controller, where you can define anything and everything of your choice, and the limit is your thinking.